Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English USA podcast, your cozy place to learn easy English through real-life conversations, and sometimes through the quiet questions people carry in their hearts. I'm Erica.
And I'm Marco. Today's topic sounds simple at first, but then it starts touching all kinds of nerves.
Yeah, very calm on the outside, slightly dangerous on the inside.
Exactly. The kind of topic where people nod politely while their heart quietly says, "Oh, we're going there."
Because today we're talking about money, success, intelligence, and all the meaning people attach to those things. And honestly, that meaning can get really heavy.
It really can. Sometimes money stops being just money. It starts feeling like proof. Proof that you matter, proof that you're doing well, proof that you're smart, proof that you deserve respect.
So basically, your bank account becomes your report card for life?
Erica, what? I'm just opening the emotional drawer. Carefully.
That was not careful.
Fine. Emotionally direct then.
Very direct, but also a little too real. And I think that's why this topic can hurt a little. Many people are not only tired of money pressure, they're tired of what money seems to mean in the eyes of others.
Exactly. Sometimes the pain isn't just, "I wish I had more money." Sometimes the deeper pain is, "Why do I feel smaller because of it?" Or, "Why do people seem to trust rich people more?" Or even, "Why do I start doubting myself when life doesn't look impressive from the outside?"
Yes, and that's such a human place to begin. This episode isn't really about luxury or showing off. It's about something much more personal: value, respect, self-worth, and the quiet pressure many people feel in a world that seems to measure everything.
So today, we're talking about a big question. Does money really prove success and intelligence, or have we slowly allowed money to carry too much meaning in our lives? We'll talk about why society measures success this way, why wealth often gets mistaken for intelligence, and what all of this can quietly do to the way people see themselves.
And before we go further, we have a small piece of happy news. The PDF guide is back for this episode. We know many of you have really been waiting for the PDF guides to return. You've asked us so many times, and we've felt that love every single time. So we're really happy to say that for this episode, you can download the PDF from the link in the description. It's there for you if you'd like to review the vocabulary, reflect more deeply, and spend a little more time with the episode in your own quiet way.
And because this is the Englishly podcast, we're doing all of this through English you can really use in real life. This is a B2 level episode, so the language will be a little richer, but still clear, natural, and comfortable to follow.
Yes, so please don't worry if you don't understand every single word. Just stay with us, listen for the feeling, and let your English grow naturally as you listen. Later in the episode, we'll also explore some powerful words and expressions connected to today's topic, so stay with us for that too.
And before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through honest, meaningful conversations like this, please like the episode, subscribe to the channel, and join the English Leap family. Today, we'd really love to hear from you. Do you think money really proves success and intelligence? Or do you think the world has given money too much power? You can keep your answers short and simple, or share a little of your own experience. We always love reading your thoughts, because sometimes the things people feel most deeply are the very things they rarely get to say clearly. And maybe this is a good place to say them.
All right, let's begin. You know what's strange, Marco? People can say money doesn't matter that much and still feel terrible when they think they aren't making enough.
Exactly, because money is never just money in people's hearts. That's the problem. It starts as numbers and then somehow becomes dignity, respect, confidence, even identity.
Yes, and that shift is so quiet. One day you're just trying to survive, then suddenly you're questioning your whole value because someone your age bought a house, launched a business, and apparently drinks green juice at 5 a.m.
Why are successful people always awake so early? I don't know. It's suspicious, very suspicious. But really, I think a lot of people know this feeling. You see someone doing well financially, and even if you're happy for them, some small part of you goes quiet.
Almost suddenly, and that quiet part starts asking uncomfortable questions like, am I behind? Am I not smart enough? Am I working hard for nothing? Why does my life not look impressive yet?
Yes, that's the part people don't always say out loud, and I think that's where this conversation really begins. Not with money as a number, but with money as a feeling that can make people feel proud or small, safe or ashamed, respected or invisible.
And once money starts carrying all that weight, of course people begin to tie their self-worth to it. To tie your self-worth to something means to connect your value as a person to that one thing. So when that thing rises, you feel worthy, and when it falls, you feel smaller. It's like hanging your heart on a number.
And that is such a painful way to live, because then the question is no longer, do I have enough? It becomes, am I enough? And once a feeling becomes that deep, we have to ask another question. Where did we even learn this? Why does money carry so much meaning in the first place?
I think one reason is simple. Society loves easy measurements. Money is visible, countable, comparable. It gives people a neat little scoreboard, and human beings love scoreboards. We are deeply attached to numbers: height, age, followers, salary, likes. If it can be counted, someone will build their identity around it.
That is annoyingly true, and that's why society often equates money with success. To equate one thing with another means to treat them as if they are the same. So people start acting like money and success are twins, even when they clearly are not.
Exactly. And the problem is that way of thinking is very superficial. Superficial means only looking at the surface, not the deeper truth. It's like judging a whole life by the cover and never opening the book. Because peace is harder to measure, meaning is harder to measure, character is harder to measure, emotional health, kindness, quiet integrity, none of those come with a price tag, but salary does. So people grab the simplest proof. And once that happens, the message becomes dangerous. If it pays more, it must mean more, even when that isn't true.
And once money becomes the easiest sign of success, it doesn't stop there. Then people start giving money another power, the power to make someone look intelligent. This part really fascinates me.
Me too, because a lot of people don't just admire wealth, they trust it. That's such an important difference. A wealthy person walks into a room, says something very basic, and somehow everyone hears wisdom.
Sometimes it's like drink water, work hard, believe in yourself, and the room goes silent as if a philosopher has arrived.
Exactly. And part of that comes from prestige. Prestige means the respect and admiration people give you because of your position, success, or wealth. It's that polished kind of respect that arrives before the person even says anything.
Beautifully said. And once someone has prestige, people also start assuming they must have more competence. Competence means the ability to do something well and handle it effectively. But earning money in one area doesn't mean you suddenly become wise in every room you walk into.
Yes, because if a millionaire gives bad relationship advice, it is still bad advice. Money does not magically turn all opinions into gold. And yet, people often listen differently when wealth is involved, because money can act like a microphone. It makes some voices sound more important than they really are.
Exactly. And that can be very misleading. And when you keep seeing money treated like proof of intelligence, it doesn't stay outside you. After a while, it starts changing the way people see themselves.
And this is where the topic becomes deeply personal. When money is treated like proof of worth, proof of success, proof of intelligence, people start absorbing that message, even if they hate the message. They may disagree with it in their mind, but still feel wounded by it in their heart.
And that can slowly damage a person's self-perception. Self-perception means the way you see and judge yourself, not just your life, yourself. And once that changes, even the mirror of your own mind starts speaking differently.
That line is painful because it's true. Someone can be hardworking, thoughtful, even deeply intelligent, but if life isn't paying them back visibly, they begin to doubt themselves. They start saying things like, maybe I'm not capable enough, maybe I missed my chance, maybe other people are just better than me.
And the saddest part is sometimes that doubt has nothing to do with truth. It has more to do with pressure. Pressure repeated long enough starts sounding like truth.
Yes, and you know who carries this pain in a very sharp way? The people who are working incredibly hard and still don't look impressive to the world. This part matters so much because some people give everything: time, energy, care, patience, skill, and still the world barely notices. Teachers, caregivers, nurses, artists, quiet workers, parents holding life together, people supporting families without applause.
The kind of effort that keeps real life standing. And so many of them feel undervalued. Undervalued means not appreciated or respected as much as you should be. Like your effort is real, your sacrifice is real, but the world still says, not impressive enough. That hurts.
It does, because some of the most important work in the world is not the most glamorous work, and some people are even looked down on because they earn less. To look down on someone means to see them as less important or less worthy. It's that unfair habit of standing on money and calling it moral height.
That is such a sharp image because it happens quietly. A tone, a question, a glance, a kind of respect that suddenly disappears when the salary sounds too ordinary. And ordinary is such a cruel word sometimes, especially when the life behind it is anything but ordinary.
And if this pain was already hard before, social media made it louder. Now comparison is no longer something that visits you once in a while. It lives in your pocket.
That is sadly perfect. Our phones, tiny machines of connection, information, entertainment, and emotional damage.
Marco, what?
Said with concern. Fair enough. But really, social media can make everyone look like they are winning before breakfast. Someone is meditating, investing, flying somewhere beautiful, launching a company, and drinking something green in perfect sunlight, while I'm still deciding whether standing up counts as personal growth.
That is very real. And that's the problem. People don't just see money now. They see money performed, styled, filtered, turned into identity. Success becomes an image, a mood, a whole visual language. And if your life looks quieter, slower, less polished, it's easy to feel behind, even when your life is real and honest. The phone becomes a little comparison machine in your hand, and over time, that machine can be cruel.
So maybe the real problem isn't money itself. Maybe the deeper problem is the meaning we gave it.
I think that's exactly it. Maybe we're living with a distorted definition of success. Distorted means twisted or unhealthy. So a distorted definition of success is a wrong or unbalanced idea of what success really is. It's like wearing the wrong glasses and then wondering why everything looks strange.
Because money matters, of course, for safety, stability, choice, relief. No one is denying that. But when money becomes the whole definition, something goes wrong. Then people start climbing ladders they never even chose. They chase titles, lifestyles, salaries, and symbols, and sometimes never stop to ask, do I even want this life?
Imagine being exhausted for years and then realizing it wasn't even your dream. That is heartbreaking. Then success becomes something visible but empty. It looks good from the outside but feels disconnected from the inside. And maybe that's why so many people seem successful and still feel restless.
And the same is true for intelligence, too. Once we stop treating money as the final proof, we can finally see people more clearly. There is often more than meets the eye. That phrase means the truth about someone is deeper than what you can see at first. A quiet life can still carry wisdom, pain, courage, and strength that the outside never shows.
I love that. Because some people are not loud, not flashy, not wealthy, not impressive online, but they are deeply intelligent, emotionally intelligent, practical, wise, resilient, good with people, good in crisis, good at carrying pain without passing it on. And those forms of intelligence don't always become money, but they still matter very much.
Some of the wisest people I've ever met looked completely ordinary from the outside. Same. No huge title, no polished image, no dramatic success story. Just calm depth, clear thinking, real humanity. the kind of people who make you feel safer just by speaking.
And that's why this topic matters so much. When we measure people too quickly, we miss the best parts of them. We miss their quiet strength, their hidden story, their unseen discipline, their invisible kindness. We miss the parts of a human life that no salary can fully show.
And maybe that's the heart of it. A person's value cannot be measured by money alone. Success, intelligence, and human worth are always deeper than numbers.
And with that feeling in mind, let's slow down for a moment and explore some powerful words from today's conversation. These are words and phrases that can help you talk about money, success, self-worth, and the way society judges people.
First, an important phrase: tie your self-worth to. To tie your self-worth to something means to connect your value as a person to that one thing. So if that thing goes up, you feel better about yourself. And if it goes down, you feel smaller. For example, many people tie their self-worth to money without even realizing it. Or, if you tie your self-worth to success alone, every setback can feel deeply personal. Repeat, tie your self-worth to.
Next, a very useful verb, equate. To equate one thing with another means to treat them as if they are the same. In today's topic, society often equates money with success, even when they are not the same thing. For example, some people equate a high salary with a successful life. Or we should not equate wealth with wisdom. Repeat, equate.
Next, a strong describing word, superficial. Superficial means only looking at the surface, not the deeper truth. It describes a shallow way of judging people or situations. For example, it is superficial to judge someone's value only by their income. Or, a superficial opinion often misses the real story behind a person's life. Repeat, superficial.
Next, a word connected to social respect, prestige. Prestige means respect and admiration given to someone because of their position, success, or wealth. It's the kind of respect people often receive before they have even proven much. For example, money often brings prestige in the eyes of society, or some jobs carry prestige even when they do not always reflect a person's character. Repeat, prestige.
Next, an excellent word for ability, competence. This word means the ability to do something well and effectively. A competent person knows how to handle things properly. For example, people sometimes mistake wealth for competence. Or a person can be highly competent and still not earn a large income. Repeat, competence.
Next, a thoughtful word, self-perception. This word means the way you see and judge yourself. It's your inner picture of who you are. For example, constant comparison can damage your self-perception. Or financial struggle sometimes changes the way people speak about themselves and their abilities. Repeat, self-perception.
Next, a painful but powerful word, undervalued. Undervalued means not appreciated or respected as much as you should be. It describes the feeling that your effort matters, but people don't recognize it properly. For example, many hardworking people feel undervalued when their work is not well paid. Or, a person can be essential to others and still feel undervalued by society. Repeat, undervalued.
Next, a common phrase, look down on. This phrase means to see someone as less important, less worthy, or somehow below you. It's a judgmental attitude. For example, no one should be looked down on because they earn less money. Or some people wrongly look down on quiet jobs that actually carry a lot of dignity. Repeat, look down on.
Next, a powerful phrase from today's episode, distorted definition of success. A distorted definition of success means a wrong or unhealthy idea of what success really is. It suggests that our understanding has become twisted or unbalanced. For example, social media can strengthen a distorted definition of success. Or, if success only means money and status, that may be a distorted definition of success. Repeat, distorted definition of success.
Erica, and finally, a beautiful phrase, More than meets the eye. More than meets the eye means the truth is deeper than what you first see. A person, situation, or life may look simple on the surface, but it holds much more inside. For example, there is often more to a person than meets the eye. Or, a quiet life may hold more wisdom, struggle, and strength than meets the eye. Repeat, more than meets the eye.
Those were some of the key words and phrases from today's episode. Powerful words for a topic that touches something quite deep in a lot of people. Sometimes when we learn the language for a feeling, we understand that feeling a little better too. It becomes easier to name it, easier to notice it, and maybe even easier to heal from it.
Because this topic is not only about money, it's also about how people see themselves, how they measure their lives, and what kind of worth they quietly assign to their own hearts. And that's why this conversation matters. So before we go, let's leave you with one final thought.
Beneath all of this, maybe there is one question that matters most. So maybe the question is not, does money matter? Because it does matter. Yes, it matters. But maybe the real question is, should money carry this much power over how we judge people, over how we judge success, over how we judge intelligence, over how we judge ourselves?
And maybe the answer is no. Maybe money can tell one part of the story, but never the whole story. A person can be wealthy and still lost, and a person can be struggling and still full of wisdom. A person can earn less and still live with dignity, meaning, love, and self-respect. And a person can look ordinary to the world while carrying an extraordinary life inside.
So, if this topic touched something in you, maybe let that feeling breathe a little. And if you want to spend more time with this episode, don't forget the PDF guide is waiting for you in the description. You can use it to review the vocabulary, reflect more deeply, and stay with these ideas in your own time.
And now we'd love to hear from you. Do you think money really proves success and intelligence, or do you think the world has given money too much power? You can write a short answer or share a little of your own story. If this conversation meant something to you, please like the episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need to hear it.
Take care of your English and take care of your heart. This is Erica and this is Marco, and you have been listening to the English Leap podcast. Bye.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.